In today's video, I'm going to answer an audience question. This person is from Japan, and he asked, if he changes career, is there any company are willing to hire someone that is not a fresh graduate, but has no relevant work experience? That's a very good question. You are now Ask Angelina, your career acceleration coach. So this is a very interesting question. We should not just, look at it so simply. Actually, I made some notes. There are three major aspects to look at this question. Firstly, I want to ask you a question. Does anyone start a new job with experience if you have never done any job? Raise your hand if you think the answer is yes. Yes, everybody starts from zero, even including some of the world's most famous and successful people. So what does it mean? It means that experience doesn't guarantee someone will perform. Experience is not the only benchmark to measure someone is going to perform, someone is going to succeed or not. So who starts? So the question is, what kind of companies may be willing to give a fresh grad such opportunities? The question I throw to the company is, what exactly you look for? Are you looking for someone with relevant experience, or the job can be done by someone that has the potential, has transferable skills? For example, this is the example that I actually made in my previous videos. For example, this is a mother. She hasn't worked since she has children. And now, after 10 years, left the marketplace, left the workplace. She's now planning to go back to a corporate job because kids are now in school and she has more freedom to do a 9-to-5 job. So the job she applies for is an event manager. How could someone has never worked in events could do that job? My argument is, assuming this mother has 3 children, and over the past 10 years, she has been organizing all kinds of events, birthday parties, anniversaries, special celebrations for the kids, and also for her community. Maybe there is a lambing day for the kids at the church, or maybe there are some school events, Christmas party that as a parent, she has involved and took a leading role, like planning the event, organizing the event, coordinating all kinds of resources, coordinating with other parents and other organizations. And as a result, she delivered very successful events. So although she had no experience, apple-to-apple experience, but she had relevant and transferable skills. So her experience of delivering a small event, a small birthday party or graduation ceremony for her kids, for her community, can be applied to running bigger events, like running a conference or running a trade show, workshop. The principle are the same, and also the fundamental skills, project management, planning, organizing, budgeting, coordinating, and managing a team is similar. That's why this candidate who has no relevant experience, no previous experience, would still be a possible candidate for such a role. So the question is whether the company has realistic expectations. Are they clear what kind of people they are going to hire to solve what kind of problem, rather than, okay, this job can only be done by people who has done it before. Especially in the emerging markets, when there is a war for talent, and also because emerging markets, a lot of industry are still new, immature, and you don't have existing experienced hire to hire from. So when there's no such candidate pool to poach from, companies should think out of the box. They should think about, okay, what exactly the problem we want to solve? What kind of people who have what kind of traits, skills, transferable skills or potential can be developed to someone that can solve my problem, can do the job. And then it opens much more possibilities. Other examples, like the number 2 guy in Netflix, he had no previous experience in the media or in the content distribution, but because he has the right traits, he's passionate about the job he's going to do, he actually turned out to be one of the most successful hires. And also other experience, like the 2 subordinate I hired before, one for my executive search business, the other one is for the in-house recruiters role. Both of them have never done recruitment before. When we handpicked these candidates, it's not based on what they have learned, what they have done before, but what are the core skills we look for in a successful, potentially successful candidate, a top performer in the future. So we have a vision, we have a far-sighted view of the candidate we're looking for, rather than restrict our choice into someone already done it. Someone already done it, especially like recruitment, it's probably not the best idea because some companies may not give them enough or good training. They actually develop bad habits. It's better to develop someone from new, draw a picture on a blank paper rather than to, try to correct mistake, bad habits someone already formed over the years in the wrong team, wrong company. And both of my subordinates became top performers, and they actually ranked top among our global platform, not just China company. So I just want to tell you, this is possible. It depends on who you are, how much drive and determination you have. Are you willing to go extra mile to become, the future top performer, rather than whether you already had the experience? Previous experience and performance don't guarantee this person will perform the same or develop the same performance in the future. So when I coach our hiring managers and executives or business owners, the most important thing I tell them is to hire attitude, train experience. Experience can be developed, but attitude, motivation, this is something that inside the person, it's not easily trained. It has to come with them from within. Of course, some of the jobs, some of the function, you do need experience and qualifications. They are mainly the engineering and, like IT or medicine, doctor, this kind of jobs. It does need many years of professional study and training. While, like sales, especially not technical sales or business development, something more to do with the business side, you actually can hire a lot of people without previous experience. And myself actually landed different careers, different jobs without previous experience at all. For example, when I left the BBC, joined GRI, which is a conference company in the financial sector, I had never done, running events production, but I did do some, small elements of my previous job in the BBC. I did that, and I had no financial background at all. And I was not in, financial engineering or modeling. This is not something that is a art student's strength. But my boss hired me based on my transferable skills and the resources I could brought to his platform, which is unique and very valuable to him. But events production and how to deal with senior management in the financial sector, keep up with the financial news, this can be developed as long as this person has curiosity and determined to learn to fast track. This can be easily learned. So I turned out to be very successful in that career. And after that, I became an accidental headhunter, which is also a totally new industry and function. Never done that. But my boss also hired me because of the potential, attitude, drive, motivation, rather than actual experience. Because I've already had, it's like, a piece of marble. When an artist, when they see the piece of marble, they see the angel, a piece of art underneath the rock, rather than just, oh, it looks a rock, I can't make anything. If the mentor, the executive management team and leader are willing to give people like this, they have high potential, self-driven, an opportunity, I'm sure most of them will outperform, exceed expectations. And maybe you're one of them. So do not be frustrated or put off because you don't have the exact experience it's required. If you know, with proper training, guidance, mentoring, coaching, you can pick up quickly and deliver and even outperform, then you should go for it. What you should do in the interview is to prove you can do the job and give them some relevant examples, how you quickly learned new skill and deliver the results is expected, and your plan, if you get this job, how are you going to replicate the same thing to deliver what they want and exceed expectations. If you find today's teaching is valuable and useful, give me a thumb up and also share with other people who also find this useful and need to hear the same voice, same tips to change their lives. I'll see you next time. You are watching Ask Angelina, your career acceleration coach.